McKean County Raceway runs only a partial schedule during their season. On Thursday, the 3/8 mile bull ring hosted the fast track late models for one of their Speed Week events. 49 cars attempted to qualify for the 25 starting positions. The 17 of Damian Bidwell started on the pole position with Andrew Wiley to his outside. Wiley moves past Bidwell with Kyle Lucon in tow. Lucon drifts high off of the backstretch and loses a couple of spots in the process. Lucon would spin out on lap 2, setting up this restart. Wiley chooses the outer lane. The black 111 of Max Blair hugs the bottom, pressuring Bidwell for second, while Shane Weaver loses many positions as he runs off the backstretch. Blair would move up to second and chase down Wiley. The 84 bobbles, opening the door for Blair to take the top spot on lap 6. A few laps later, Wiley starts to lose positions. He tries to chase down Bidwell. Bidwell's car hops through the turn and into Lucon's ride. Wiley tries to check up but collides with Lucon. On the restart, Bidwell and John Lackey in the 7 make contact. Lackey takes over second as the 12 of Ryan Montgomery emerges from the pack to vault into 4th. Behind him are the 9 of Will Thomas and 1 of Mike Pegger Jr. Later, as Thomas and Pegger battle for 5th, Dan Angelico powers by on their outside to take the spot. Bidwell's top 5 run comes to an end as he slows on the backstretch and retires from the event. The yellow flies with 5 laps to go. Blair chooses the outside lane on the restart. Angelico is briefly door-to-door with Montgomery. He follows Blair through the turn and pulls even with Lackey. It's a drag race going down the backstretch and into 3. Angelico makes it stick on the top side and moves past Lackey and into second place. In the closing laps, Chad Wright in the 6 raced Montgomery for the 4th spot but could not pull off the pass. Max Blair held off Dan Angelico to take the Fast Track Northeast Series win. Congratulations on the win, Max. Here we are at McKean County Raceway, a fast track race here in Victory Lane, but this is a touring event. This brings out the best of the best.
Yeah, no doubt. I think there was 48 or 49 cars here tonight. That's just crazy. There's no late model races around here anymore that get that kind of car count, especially when it's only a 1,200 to win race, and I think that shows how big of a deal this crate deal's becoming, and it's just going to keep growing, I think.
Yeah, you had a couple of youngsters behind you, and they may remind you of yourself when you started this.
Yeah, it used to be I was that young kid out there racing. Anymore, it's like I'm the old guy, and I'm only 22 years old. This division's full of a lot of kids, and and they all do real well, and it's a really good learning curve.
Now, this Speed Weeks deal, you're a veteran of this now. How do you get through this and keep going and not lose any steam?
A lot of energy drinks. We ain't had a real good start to this. We blew a motor up last weekend at Eldor, and we blew another one up last night at Expo. So we haven't got a whole lot of sleep, but we're still going. We needed a good run tonight to get stuff going back in the right direction.
Well, let's get back to the race. Now, in the heat race, it looked like the track's a little rough. They did some prep work before the features. What do you think of that deal?
Yeah, like I said in Victory Lane there, this is one of my favorite racetracks to come race at. I love coming here, but they got to slow this place down just a little bit. It's so hard on equipment when it's this fast, and it wasn't terribly rough. I mean, it was pretty smooth, but it's just too fast, especially for a crate car. The motors are getting hot, and it's just real hard on equipment.
Yeah, I noticed that yours was steaming there after you took the checkers. Is it okay?
I hope so, because I certainly can't afford to hurt another one. It didn't get too hot, but it was hot enough I wanted to get it cooled down before we did the Victory Lane stuff.
Blair, Angelico, Lackey, Montgomery, and Wright make up your top 5 in the Fast Track late models. The 360 late models made a return to McKean County Raceway. The battle early on would be between the Blue 80 of Bruce Miller and 57 of Mikey Wonderling. Racing for top 5 spots were Mikey Wonderling's brother Jeremy in the 3 and father Mike in the number 1. Between them is veteran Bob Close in the 65 ride. Jeremy Wonderling eventually made it up to 3rd and began chasing down his brother Mikey. Up front, Miller continued to pace the field while lapping more cars. On lap 12, Miller slows to avoid cars, handing the lead to Mikey Wonderling. On a restart a lap later, it is a 4-wide battle for the top spot. Miller chooses the low side as he races the Wonderling brothers down the backstretch. Going into turn 3, Jeremy is in the middle and powers through the turns and into the lead, while there is a little contact between the siblings. Mikey Wonderling would slow with a flat tire, giving up second place. Jeremy Wonderling beats Miller to the line on the restart. Dusty Waters loses the handle in 1, only to be turned over as cars pile up. He was okay. On the ensuing restart, Miller motors by Jeremy Wonderling and regains the lead as they go down the backstretch. Miller was leading Wonderling with 3 to go when he made contact with a lapped car. Jeremy Wonderling would hold off Steve Watson to pick up the win. Jeremy, congratulations on the win between your brother Mikey and Miller. You guys had quite a battle there at the front.
Yeah, we had a pretty good battle, and it's fun racing with these guys. You know, it's fun to race up front with people you can trust and race hard with.
Now, you came charged up through the field. Looked like you were the car to beat, but then on that restart, Miller looked like he had you covered.
Yeah, well, Miller runs a little different tire than I do. He runs a, you know, just Hoosier, and I'm on American Racers. And we've been playing the game for the last couple of years of his tires fire a lot better than mine, and you know, after some green flag laps, I can start chasing them back down. So it all depends on what happens.
Now, you guys used to run the 360s here a lot. I'm sure you're glad to be back here running again.
Yeah, actually, this is the track I grew up at, racing between the IMCA cars and the 360 cars. We raced here for years. Watched my dad run a super late model car here ever since I was a little kid.
Well, obviously, your family likes these 360s. You got a few of you in the field.
Yeah, well, see, I run them, and then Dad was running a super late model car, and he was going to retire, and I told him that if he's going to go to the races and watch, he might as well get a car and come watch us race. Come race with us. As we go to break, here are more results from the evening. Keep it here.
When you think golf carts, think Jake's Custom Golf Carts. With over 300 stock and lifted carts at their shop, you'll find the cart you need or have Jake's build one to your specs. Custom airbrushing, lift kits, sport shifters, rear seats. You name it, with the expertise and craftsmanship people have come to expect from Jake's. Come see for yourself why Jake's is the nation's premier golf cart provider. Jake's Golf Carts, Route 522 McVeigh Town. Online at jakesgolfcarts.com.